going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today, we are back with another Asia Cup match review, and finally, well, not even finally, it was actually a pretty quick tournament. Only the 13 matches were even played, but Sri Lanka take home the Asia Cup. I mean, firstly, just a ginormous congratulations to the people of Sri Lanka, the team of Sri Lanka, just everyone who is Sri Lankan was supporting them. This is one of the biggest wins they've had since like 10 years ago when they beat I think Australia on home soil or England. Look, they've had some massive series wins over the last decade, but this is right up there. I mean, gee whiz, with this sort of team as well, no one believed in them. Let's be honest. Let's be honest right now. Not one person before the tournament started thought that Sri Lanka would go on to even make the final, let alone win the entire thing. Inspirational, motivational, and just incredible from Sri Lanka. You can't do anything but just give a big round of applause because, wow, they come from nowhere to win this. I'm being honest, like, after their first game and they lost, it was just like, who'd they lose to? I think they lost to Bangladesh or Afghanistan. No, Afghanistan. And I remember just seeing that and thinking, nah, this really isn't a team that can win this entire thing. This isn't a team that could beat Pakistan or India. It's just not going to happen. And it happened. It bloody happened, all right. Sri Lanka take the W. All right, we're going to get into the review. But firstly, if you guys are new, subscribe, leave a comment congratulating Sri Lanka. Just a massive win for their cricket. You know, they've had a rough last, 6-8 years with all their people retiring, and this is some great reward for a Sri Lankan team that has been working on their T20 stuff. They've been getting better and better, honestly, each year. I didn't think they were going to be this good, but here they are. They are not to be messed with at all anymore, Sri Lanka. They are not to be messed with at all. Like, yes, it was in the UAE, and they do have some quality spinners. They have a quality batting order as well, but I think they're going to be super dangerous in Australia as well. And this is so exciting for Sri Lankan cricket. All right, let's jump into the review. Player of the match. Firstly, let's do that. Bhanuka Rajapaksa, 71 not out of 45. Incredible knock. Was the reason that they even won the game, if I'm going to be honest. I mean, he was really the only batsman who looked capable of making runs. Him and Hasaranga were the only solid ones with the bat, really, for Sri Lanka. But Rajapaksa was just incredible. 71 not out. He was hitting boundaries everywhere. And, the Punjab King man himself, hopefully he brings that to the IPL next year. That would be awesome. And player of the tournament, which you guys let me know how you feel about this one, but player of the tournament is Wanindu Hasaranga. While I try to itch my calf right now, it's just a bit itchy, but player of the tournament, I couldn't, jeez. I'm so happy for him, but player of the tournament is crazy. I thought there were some people who probably had bigger series than him, but hey, they won the tournament. He wins player of the tournament. You can't argue with it, really, can you? We will go through all the statistics towards the end of this video. We'll go through, who had the most runs of the tournament, most wickets, most catches, all of that good stuff here in a moment. But let's go through the game. Let's do it, Sri Lanka. Well, they were into bat first, and they kind of proved everyone wrong about if you win the toss, you just have to field first and then you win. Not the case here for Sri Lanka. They get sent into bat first, and I think everyone probably thought, yeah, congratulations to Pakistan. They're going to win this game. I was one of them. I thought, yeah, this game's over. As soon as the toss was bowled, as soon as the toss was won by Pakistan and they chose to field, I thought, yeah, this is all she wrote. That's game over as well. But, I mean, just incredible. Perseverance is the word I want to use here, because their top order was just disgusting. They could have exploded and they could have been bowled out for under 120 easily at one point. Nissanka gone for 8. Kusal Mendez gets bowled in the first over for a golden duck. Dahanye De Silva, I mean, he makes a nice 28 off 21, which is handy. And then you got Gunnar Talaka as well, making 1. I mean, you get a combined, like, what is this, 40-something runs from your top order? It's just not good enough. But then you just get the man Rajapaksa at number 5. I mean, he has been waiting for a moment like this in his career where he can just explode onto the big scene. You know, he had a few good knocks in the IPL. You know, is someone who's played on these UAE pitches before a fair bit, so he's used to these conditions, but he was awesome. This is probably the best knock of his career. I don't know if he's ever made anything better than this in international, but it was incredible. For a number 5, I mean, it was MS Dhoni-like. It was, I'm trying to think of other finishers. Yuvraj Singh-like. It was Glenn Maxwell-like. It was, name some more finishers. Jason Holder-like. I mean, Kyron Pollard-like. It was impressive it was really impressive from the little man. You know, 6 4s and 3 6s to go along with it. Only 157 striker rate as well, which shows you how much of a composed innings it was. You know, if the striker rate was 200, you would have just assumed that he went out there and sent everything to the boundary, but it was a really composed and just settled innings until the last few overs where he said, yep, we're going for it now. I'm sending everything to bloody Jupiter. And he did exactly that. Hit 9 boundaries. So, impressive and a well-deserved man of the match. He is the reason that they win this game, to be honest. I mean, if he goes out for 15, Sri Lanka get bowled out for 95 and Pakistan go on and win this game. So, massive match-winning innings there from Raji. Dasun Shanaka, 2. I mean, even the skipper couldn't bloody bat. Hasaranga with some late runs as well, which was massive. 36 off 21, 5 4s and 1 6. So, massive late runs, and Karuna Ratne, 14 off 14. So, look, 170 set for Pakistan to chase down and get this win. And, you know, just looking at the fall of wickets here as well. You know, Kusal Mendes, 1 for 2. Then they're 2 for 23, 3 for 36, 4 for 53, 5 for 85. At almost the halfway point, you lose your skipper. You're not feeling too good. You've just lost your skipper. You're 5 for 85 at the halfway point. You're not feeling too good. And then 6 for 116. It was just that partnership between Hasaranga and Rajapaksa, which has won them the game, essentially. Pakistan bowlers, Naseem Shah, 1 for 40 off 4. A little bit expensive, actually. Mohammad Hasnain, wow. Not the match he would have wanted. None for 41 off 4. Ralphie, I mean, he's a gun. Other than, you know, obviously Afridi when he's there. He's their best bowler in all formats. I'm going to say it. I mean, 3 for 29 off 4. He is so good. I mean, since watching him in the Big Bash, you know, like 3 years ago for the Melbourne Stars, and he was a wily bowler. He was bowling like 150 kilometres, but he was still, you know, really inconsistent with his line and length. He's one of the best white ball bowlers in the world right now. Like, honestly, he is going to dominate in Australia. He's someone who has so much experience in Australia as well. He's going to go very well. Shadab Khan, 1 for 28 off 4. That's okay bowling-wise, but Shadab Khan, brother, if you guys did watch this game, Shadab Khan dropped 3 effing catches. In fact, I think it was 2 catches, but oh my goodness. In fact, no, it was 2 catches, and then there was another one that he just missed that he probably could have gotten to. Shadab Khan really let himself down in the field today, and you know, it's not like it was on purpose or anything, but he dropped a simple catch that came straight to him, just under. He dropped it over, it bounced over his head, and then the second one, if he didn't see it, he literally, like, Superman dove into his teammate, took out his teammate, and made them drop the catch as well. It was incredible. It was incredible from Shadab Khan. He managed to fuck up 2 catches in the span of about 5 minutes. It was not a good day for Shadab Khan. Iftikhar Ahmed, 1 for 21 off 3, and Nawaz, none for 3 off 1. So, look, 170 set. You're still feeling pretty confident if you're Pakistan. You're chasing down the runs. You've got, the number one T20 rated player in your team. You've got the better bowling lineup. Well, obviously you're not bowling anymore, but, you've got the better batting lineup on paper. It was just all spirit and heart from the Sri Lankan bowlers. Mohammad Rizwan, I mean, he just gave it everything he had as well. It wasn't even that good of a knock either. He just tried to stay out there and build a partnership with someone, but no one really wanted to stay out there. It looks like everyone else had other plans to go see Ovashi Ratatouille or something. Like, I don't know what they were doing. Babar Azam, he can just, he can forget about this entire tournament and pretend it didn't happen, because this is the worst we've seen Babar Azam look since he was about 12 years old. Like, he is in the worst career form of his life. And I don't want to say it's karma, because, after that tweet about Virat Kohli and saying, stay strong, this'll pass, like, that was some, smart-ass sort of stuff to say. He did not say that to be nice. He did that to get some interactions on Twitter and get everyone talking and, just to create a bit of controversy. And now he's the one who can't make a bloody run. So, hey, what happened, Baba? I don't know what happened. I think if I'm, you think of the other Baba in world cricket, Baba Hayat from Hong Kong. I think Pakistan, they've got to bring him in. They've got to replace him. I'm joking, but think about it. Fakhar Zaman, I mean, gee whiz, he is... What sort of tournament has he had as well? None for one. I mean, you go for a golden duck, it's just not good. Madhushan was on a hat-trick at one point as well. Iftikhar Ahmed, 32 off 31. I mean, he tried to build a partnership out there as well. Nawaz, he went for 6. Kuldeep Shah, he went for 2. Asif Ali went for a golden duck. Shadab Khan went for 8. Rauf for 13. I mean, this is embarrassing stuff from Pakistan. This right here, it's like they gave up as soon as Babar Azam went out. It's like they said, this is actually going to be pretty tough. We lost our captain. This is going to be pretty tough now. And they just said, okay, well, we're going to go out there and try and hit everything for 6. I don't know why. Like, look at all of these dismissals. Caught. I mean, like... Man, it was really disappointing from Pakistan. This should have been more of a game. It should have been more competitive than this, but they've only got themselves to blame, the Pakistanis. And I don't want to be that guy. But this tournament loss, low-key, hangs on the balance of their captain, who has had one of the worst tournaments I've ever seen from any captain ever. For someone who's in the prime of their career, it's not a good look for Babar Azam. But then again... You know what? I'm sure when they play Zimbabwe in a few weeks, he'll make 100 and everything will be fine again. So just leave him alone. I'm joking. I actually don't know who Pakistan play next. Yeah, but who knows? I've already gone through the lineup. Let's go Sri Lanka's bowlers. Madhushanka, none for 24 off 3. He's impressive. Thikshana, 1 for 25 off 4. That's the man right there. Madhushan, who was on a hat-trick at one point, absolutely tore open that opening order. 4 for 34 off 4. Hasaranga got the player of the tournament somehow, but he took 3 for 27 off 4. Well done. Well done, little man. Karuna Ratne, 2 for 23, 2 for 33 off 4. And De Silva decided to bowl an over as well, which was pretty weird. But that is how it capped it off. Sri Lanka, way too flippin' good for Pakistan today. Beat them the other day, beat them in this game. They're the well-deserved winners of the Asia Cup. Definitely Sri Lanka. And they should be so proud of their team efforts. And everything that has happened in this entire tournament. What a tournament from Sri Lanka. Seriously, it's just inspirational. Never give up, really. All right, here we go. We've got all the statistics now, so we can go through who has had a good Asia Cup. Let's do it. Runs, Mohammad Rizwan. Oh, so he's now in front of Kohli. Of course, he did end up playing like 2 more games than Virat, but that's okay. No, 1 more. No, 2 more or 1 more? 1 more. 2 more? I can't remember. But look, Virat, 276. I mean, look, Virat making his 71st century, I think that was the big moment of this entire tournament, to be honest. I think that was the biggest moment. Ibrahim Zadran for Afghanistan, 196, Rajapaksa and Nasanka. So, no Hasaranga on the top 5, which, you know, normally for the player of the tournament, you have to be top 5, but that's okay. Let's go to wickets, and here he is. So that's, yeah, fair enough. Wickets, Bhuvi Kumar. Look, it's a weird tournament to judge for Bhuvi. I mean, he took 11 wickets, you know, started really well in the first game, and then he kind of tapered off a little bit. Bowled a few, you know, really just expensive overs there late, and maybe it just, you know, just compromised him a little bit. But then he did have a great last game against Afghanistan and took, you know, has finished with 11 wickets. So you can't really be upset with that. He was the strike bowler for India the entire tournament. He carried most of the bowling load on his shoulders, being the main guy, the opening bowler, you know, the guy who can bowl the 18th, 19th over. Look, maybe it wasn't as successful at the depth this time for Bhuvi, but I think in Australia he's going to be a lot more effective if he plays. So, yeah. And then the player of the tournament, Hasi, he takes 9, Rauf, Nawaz and Shadab Khan with 8 each. Impressive. And the highest scores, Virat Kohli with the only century of the entire tournament, 122 not out. You've got Gurbaz, Rizwan, Hitman, Rajapaksa and Rizwan. Best bowling figures, you got Bhuvi, who was in there twice actually, impressive. Best batting average, Virat, Mahedi Hassan got on there. Bowling average, Deepak Huda. I mean, he only bowled about like 2 overs, if that. Madhushan, Bhuvi Kumar, Hussain and Nawaz. So, look, a pretty impressive tournament. Most 50s, Rizwan, okay. Most economical, I mean, Jadeja only played, I think, 1 game. There was only 1 5-wicket haul to Bhuvi. The 6s, Gurbaz beat Virat by 1. What about 4s? Rizwan just in front of Virat there. Boundaries, Virat with 31. So, hey, that is how the Asia Cup finishes. Sri Lanka, they are champions of Asia. What a big moment for this cricketing country. And congratulations to everyone at Sri Lanka. Yeah, big ups, big moments. And now the T20 World Cup is about 2.5 weeks away. So get ready. If you are new to this channel, sub, and subscribe, leave a like, comment down below. If you love your cricket, you want to be here because we're going to be covering everything on the World Cup. Hey, I hope we all enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on the game, and I'll see everyone in the next one.